If your Lance meat tumbler will not run, even when plugged into the proper power source, one of the things that our staff may ask you to do is to check the DC voltage right at the board. This helps us to determine the source of the problem. If you have already checked that your fuses are not blown, although it is rare, this issue can also be caused by a bad fuse holder. Click the link in the corner to watch the video on testing your fuse holders to rule that out first. If you have already tested your fuse holders, this video will walk you through diagnosing the source of the problem. You will need a voltage meter in order to test your control panel. Before you begin, make sure that the unit is unplugged. Once it is unplugged, remove the enclosure lid and locate the control panel box on the right side. To access the control panel, remove the 3 screws, 2 on the front and 1 on the side. This may require a short screwdriver. Once you have removed the control panel, plug the unit back into the power source. This is our DC controller board here. There are 2 connectors on the board, one marked A positive and one marked A negative. Those are the DC voltage coming out to the motor. The motor is a 90 volt DC motor, so when you set your meter, make sure you have it set to DC volts and set it to 200 because theoretically, we could be up to 90 volts and you won't want to exceed your meter voltage. Turn the tumbler on. A green power light should illuminate in the middle of the board. If the light is red and not green, and this is a new control panel that was recently installed, it's important to check that the horsepower resistor has also been installed on the board. The board will not power up without the resistor properly installed. If the resistor is properly installed and the light is still red, then we know there is a power issue with the control board. If the light is green, but your machine still won't tumble, locate the connectors marked as A positive and A negative. Touch the black probe to the metal connector above the A negative and the red probe to the metal connector below the A positive. If the control panel is working properly, your voltage meter should display voltage. At the very slowest tumble setting, the voltage should be no lower than 14. By turning the speed up on the tumbler, you should see the voltage increase. At the maximum, it shouldn't exceed more than 90. If the power light on the board stays red, or you are not seeing any voltage when touching the DC motor connectors, our friendly support staff will assist you with taking care of any necessary replacements, so we can get you back to tumbling quickly. Call us today, and thanks for choosing Lance for your meat tumbling needs.